getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Rebels are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. It's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. And the Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out.
Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. A first down run in the red zone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So LSU's offense will go to work for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Opening play of the drive from the 39. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. to go up top. That's caught. It's Lee. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, it's Lacey. Got some room in it to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Rebels trying to cash it in on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Rebels! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing these games. Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says, like cheating. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Connection to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Anderson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. The short hands, it's Lee. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own... Oh, he's got some space! The tag! Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, but he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Anderson. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Durham. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
That's reeled in. It's Wallace. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. It's Diggs. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field.
He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
On the ground, it's Dura. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football problem out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense threatening. 1st and 10 from the 31. Lost to throw again. The screen. He's got wheels. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. LSU right back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Quick step and go. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Lining up for the PAT.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the at the 20. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a great idea by this defense, man. 3rd down, it's money down. Where are they going to go? They're going to go to their go-to guy. And what does the defense do? They double team him, take him away, and force the 4th down.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he's... Ole Miss gets the daily double. They win the Magnolia Bowl and beat LSU. And as always, they take victory in the tailgate. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.